All right, we are back with another episode of Space Station Conversations, and we got my guy here finally, Carter McKinney. Appreciate you coming through. How you feeling?
Hey, feeling great. Thanks for having me.
Word. So, the holidays just passed. Christmas, New Year's. Just talk about that a little bit. What'd you do for the holidays?
Yeah, man. So for the holidays, I kind of just spent some time with my family in PA. Made sure everyone got presents. I was grinding OD, and you know what I'm saying? It was nice when it was all said and done, but nothing like putting in that work to make sure your family good. New Year's, I was working a little bit too, but I just had my birthday like this past weekend, so I went to New York and actually celebrated with my girl and shit, so that was cool, but definitely a pleasure to be on the pod, bro. Like, I've been waiting to be on this shit for like 2 years, for real.
I'm coming. I ain't gonna lie, you know, sometimes life happens, people get busy, you know.
Yeah.
But I said it's about time. New Year's here, so we on the new shit.
Yeah, OD.
So, now we're going to start from the beginning a little bit. Let's talk about your origin stories, where you come from, how you got your start, and what you do. Let's go.
Okay, all right. So yeah, let's get right into it. So my name's Carter McKinney. I was born in Pittsburgh, PA, and then I moved out to Bethlehem when I was young. Been raised in Bethlehem since I was young, and then I recently just became an Allentown head. Just for like 6 months, I got my own apartment. Just had a little connect, so I moved to Allentown, but Bethlehem's where my heart's at. I kind of always been an entrepreneur. So first it was like buying shoes, flipping them, cleaning them, painting them, whatever. And then it was computers. I'll buy like computer parts and I'll build computers and shit from scratch. And then I'll sell them shits. And then, it went to clothing. I never really made money in clothing, but I would like thrift clothes and sell them online and shit. And then, so when I first did the clothing thing, I traded my TV for my sister's camera at the time. And then I basically used that to market my products. And then I just fell in love with taking pictures of people and shit. You feel me? So then it was just like, all right. And then at the same time, I was in college. I did community college at Northampton Community College for a year. And I was like, fuck this shit, but I need to make bread, right? If I drop out, I need to make bread because everyone's telling me, don't drop out, whatever. You're a black man. You're not going to be successful. You got to go to college. You're just quitting to smoke weed and do whatever bullshit, right? But, you know what I'm saying? I was just trying to get the bag. So I started looking on YouTube, and I had a couple of friends that were into like cameras and videography and all that. So shout out my boy Derek. He definitely helped me out, Derek Baker, and just YouTube, like just watching YouTube, like YouTube University. You know Peanut by chance, the tattoo artist, and he's a beautiful painter as well.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, Peanut. So he had this piece that I still want. I'll pay any amount of bread for that shit because it just spoke to me, and it really, my personal story, like YouTube University was the piece. And that was the first time I ever heard that concept, like YouTube University. I actually, in my like social media profiles, like the business ones, like for my college, I put YouTube University to this day because YouTube, like I wouldn't have done it without the trial and then error thing. Kind of like you go on YouTube, you network, you find some mentors as a young person, you buy the person a cup of coffee or lunch, and you just listen to them talk and just be quiet and just grind and make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? I just turned 23. I've been doing photography alone for 5 years. And before that, I was doing other shit. You feel me? So,
not to get too far ahead. So you've been doing it for 5 years. You're 23 now. Photography is the thing. When would you say that you first, like your age, that you first discovered, like, yeah, you said clothes and other things that didn't work out. Why did photography work out?
So basically, I was just, no matter what I was doing as a young person, I'm not trying to sound cocky, I just was a quick learner. Like my white grandpa, he kind of put me on to golf. I just picked that shit up fast, and I was just good at it. I just didn't like the shit, you feel me? So I don't do it no more. But like, you know what I'm saying? I got all different kinds of shit that I was just good at, but that shit just stuck out to me. The fact that you could capture a moment for somebody, really make someone day in a quality way, you know what I'm saying, and still make bread and like just help people and I'm a people person. You put me in a crowd of strangers, I'm gonna come out with friends.
I noticed that, definitely.
Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying, I just like meeting people, networking like an animal. I network like a beast. That's what helped me become successful. And yeah, man, just it really all hit when I was in college and I dropped out and I was like, I need that bread. So I was working at UPS for like 2 years, you know what I'm saying? as like a package handler. I was really great at that. But it was so toxic, like the work environment. Like if like they're trying to work you OD, but then when you get hurt, it's your fault and like whatever. And like, oh, if you get hurt, you're gonna get drug tested. And keep in mind, we
pretty much try to just throw it all.
Yeah, we live in keep in mind, we live in a time of prohibition of cannabis right now. You feel me? Like back in the day, there was prohibition of liquor and shit. But we live in a time of prohibition of cannabis, and it's coming to an end slowly. But that's our time in 2023 right now. And you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, shit is crazy. But yeah, photography really took off for me like when I was 18, and it just, the people aspect, and I could make money, and I needed the money to live and be independent and leave the crib and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So did you graduate college? Did you get it?
No, fuck that. I did 2 semesters. I did 1 year, and I just personally, you know, it works for some people, and certain, even in my family, there's certain people that are like, oh, I want to be a teacher, I want to be whatever, and you have to go to school, and I respect it. I even have the respect because I couldn't do that shit. It's too much structure, and the institutional shit, I just, you know, obviously I'm a businessman, so obviously I cater to the institution and big business to a certain extent, but the way that I do it is different. Like, nah, I kind of come into most rooms and do shit on my terms because I work real hard for that.
You're trying to change the game a little bit.
Yeah, I'm trying to change the game. Like, I be coming into rooms with like older white people, and I'm a young black man, and they're scared just because it's like, damn, like, you know, he's hungry as shit, and I'm just sitting here comfortable. Yeah, I'm gonna outwork you. Like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta eat. I don't got a choice but to win.
Definitely respect that. So, where is I going to next? So, do you work at all?
Well, I work every day, man, but nah, I don't work any kind of job. I don't work any kind of job. I literally full-time, I work in my own business now for, I think like 2 or 3 years, but I've been doing photography for 5. So yes, like if you start today, you're gonna hurt. You're gonna hurt for a while. Until like it just started paying off, bro.
The thing about an entrepreneur, one day you make like 500, you might make a K.
And then you're not eating for a grip,
week. Yeah,
especially if you're not putting in the work. And if you get a sale for a great client, great opportunity, but you fuck it up, you're late, you do whatever. And I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, you could check. Yeah, there's times where I fuck shit up, but yeah, I do have 87 Google reviews, 5 stars, and not one review that's not 5 stars type shit.
Yeah, good look. I respect you. It's not get too far ahead. I see you flexing on them a little bit.
Yeah.
But my reason for asking that question is because I wanted to see is how do you balance work and then what you really want to work towards? Because me myself, I'm kind of struggling with that now. I work a regular job, but I do SpaceNetworkMedia.
Yes.
I'm really trying to. What the job does is financing what I'm doing.
Yeah, finance your passions.
And it keeps me, how can I say? It keeps me busy to a certain extent. Like when there's times I'm not necessarily doing Space Network all the time. I mean, I work, but even at work, I'm still doing research,
thinking about it.
Still Googling, still writing articles, still doing it daily.
Yeah.
So, all right, that's cool. So you just 100% McKinney Media.
Yeah.
Now that's what I wanted to get into.
Yeah.
How did the business start? It seems like you're doing something beyond just photography. Media marketing and things like that.
Yeah, all kinds of shit. Yeah. So, well, real quick, I'm going to piggyback off what you said about balance because I think this is super important, bro. Yeah. Like, entrepreneurship, in my personal opinion, there is no balance, at least at the beginning, because what you have to do is you have to be a regular person from Monday through Friday or Monday through Sunday. You have to live life. You got to pay bills just like everyone else, look out for your family, handle problems, just like everyone else. But then you also need to be working overnights. You know what I'm saying? You got to work nights for the shit when you start. So that, you know, not only can your work pay for your passions, but your passion can pay for itself. And then you could just be happier in what you do. Because, you know what I'm saying? I just looked at it. If you work a full-time job, depending on what job, there's 2,040 hours to work in 2023 in the year. So you might as well get started now. Either way, personally, I have to work the hours. It just doesn't matter when I work them, as long as my projects and shit are on time. But yeah, what I do, man, my business is McKinney Media.
You see on the show.
Headquartered in Bethlehem, PA. So basically what I do, I started out as doing photos, like for people, just friends and family. And then I kind of realized that people don't be having the budget like that. So what I did is I went to businesses, right? Because businesses, they'll pay the budget. The kind of clients that'll be like, oh, that's all you need. Oh, do you need any water, food? I'll have food when you set up. Can I connect you with this person? So that's the type of client that I go for. And I know that I kind of have built this reputation for myself of, oh, he be taxing with the high prices, whatever. But honestly, I have a lot of clients that they're paying way more. You know what I'm saying? They're paying way more.
See, what you said is, you said a lot of people might not have the budget.
Yeah.
What it is people, they know you, so they think, oh, maybe I get something free.
Yeah,
have them come do something for me real quick, just off the strength of we cool.
Yeah,
like
the relationship.
That. People feel like they're entitled and like, not that you might owe them something, but they feel like because you're their friend.
Yeah, they expect me to be a helper, and in terms of that department,
like you're not trying to build something sustainable.
Yeah, and honestly, I do give shit away. I do. I'll say it on camera. I do. But when you come ask me for shit, and low key, you know what I'm saying?
Just have your hand out every other time.
Because like I really do like doing philanthropic stuff, giving stuff away for free, for charity, all that, and just helping people that are working hard. But if you're sitting there and you're either entitled, you're privileged, or whatever it is, and you're not trying to put in that work, I'm not going to look you in the eyes and give you some shit for free when I know I could go find someone on the block that's really working hard
pay that
and
price.
they're putting in the work. No, that I want to help because they're already putting in the work. They need some help. They just need some guidance. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, about the prices and stuff like that. Right now, and about my business, I started out as doing photography, and then I had a mentor that taught me videography. And then it was just one thing after the other, because at the time, bro, it was anything that I could get, I'll take. Even if I never did that shit before, I'll just be like, I got you, I'm gonna figure it out. And then I just was doing everything for the first time. I was a master, I forget the quote, it's like a master of one, I don't know, something like that. But I was spreading myself thin, man, you know what I'm saying? And I just recently
Jack of all trades, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. So everything I was doing every single day was the first time I was doing it. Like, editing videos, doing graphic designs. I still do graphic designs. I'm barely a graphic designer. I use Canva or Photoshop, whatever is there. But a lot of the time, what I found from my personal experiences is people just need someone to do the damn work. Just do it. And don't be an asshole to work with. You feel me? And if you do that and just get the job done, you under promise, over deliver. And if you fuck up, try to make it right, you'll do well.
All right, I respect that. And it seems like you got the plan. Like you know what you're doing.
Well, yeah. My grandpa kind of gave me this corny quote, the principle of the 6 Ps, prior planning prevents piss poor performance. That's what he said. Exactly. So that shit is definitely real, and my family began on me when I don't plan shit out. So I like to be spontaneous. I'm young, but if you ask my friends and family, I am really planned out. You know what I'm saying? Everything's got to be.
You got all your shit organized. Yeah. You know the type of energy and the work you want around you. You seem like you're really about the business.
Yeah, I try to, man. And I want to make a little disclaimer, because I know we're talking about, different stuff here, but I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. I don't claim to be, anything. I just put in the work and I'm doing my best, and that's all I'm doing. I don't see I know it might be cliche, but I don't see anyone as my competition. I'm just trying to be my best.
Most definitely. I tell myself that too. I'm not in competition with anybody. We're all trying to build something. We're all trying to eat out here. We all doing our own thing. Why not come together? Do you struggle with that at all? Because I find that in the Valley, there's a lot of people that talk about, the Valley, we need to come together. Mm-hmm. More people need to do things together.
But there's that dog-eat-dog culture out here.
It seems like there's like some type of animosity between people. Do you struggle with that in any way?
Yeah, man, that's a big thing, especially because like I'm a little of an overlap, like business and creative as well. I do, stay more on the business side of things, but that comes across in my style of photography and stuff like that, because I focus on high quality and a refined, image, like nothing too crazy. I'm not going to put flames on your head and shit. Go to someone else for that. Yeah. But what I am going to do is I'm going to capture you and get your genuine expression. You know what I'm saying? But to answer your question, absolutely. Like Lehigh Valley has had a history of, there's not enough money here, or at least since the decline of what's it called? Like Bethlehem Steel and shit in the area, because that was big business. Like these guys would go to New York and work with some of the best people in the country and the world for different shit. Like that was a big thing. But anyways, yeah, man, people just think that it's a small pond. There's not a lot of food, not a lot of, money to be had out here. But I promise y'all, I've seen it myself. There is so much money on this planet, and even in where we live right now, that we could all eat and eat well, and everyone be Gucci. I promise you. There's so much money on this planet, man. It's crazy.
No, I definitely feel you on that. I try to remind people that all the time. There's enough out here for everybody to get it.
Yeah.
Now, one thing you said that you're not going to do something with the flames or somebody, so I wanted to ask you about that. You see online people have these photo shoots. They're kind of either unique or crazy as fuck. However you want to
conceptual, yeah.
Yeah. What do you say to the girl that, like, she wants to do new photo shoots? Or I seen one where the girl, she got her leg up and there's a fire hydrant like she's a dog.
Yeah.
Or a nigga that wants to do something stupid with his money.
Yeah.
Like he's fucking his money or some shit. Like, what do you say to the crazy request type of photo shoots?
Yeah, I totally understand the question, especially with things like OnlyFans and people are actually making money off this type of stuff as well, like selling their pictures. But I would say this, right? If you're first starting out, it puts you in a position where you almost can't say no and you need the money, right? And they can do whatever they want. The client can do whatever they want with the money. Because if they're not going to go to me, they'll probably just go to someone else. But at the end of the day, it depends on if it aligns with my morals or whatever. But yeah, man, if they want to do some crazy shit, I'll probably do it just because I'm a hustler. I want the money. Yeah. But I might not post it on my shit. You know what I'm saying? But if they want to do it, they could do it for sure. Yeah, do you. You know what I'm saying?
Still give you your credit, though.
Yeah. That's one thing, because I don't play with that shit. If you don't credit me on my photos after one shoot, I will never shoot you again. I don't give a fuck. I
respect that most definitely. I try to tell people that all the time. Like, there's been times where I try to do interviews or just do content with people, and they'll be like, let's do this one. I got my camera guy, like, I got my guy out, he could do all this, he could do all that. Like, don't you understand? Like, I'm trying to build my business. Why would I give ownership of my shit to somebody else? Or why would I not want to see the fruits of my labor?
Exactly. Like, for example, like the whole, like now with this new age of digital products, you know what I'm saying? Intellectual property, like the stuff that we create here, like this podcast will be recorded and never lost in history ever. You know what I'm saying? And you own this shit. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to just give out your shit for free. You know what I'm saying? This is your property, and the images that I take, if I take them for you, you don't even really own the shits. Like, I own them.
Exactly.
And you are just posting them and printing them because I give you the rights to it or not. You know what I'm saying?
Service was paid for.
Yeah. So, like, I'm physically creating the shits and I have the files on my shit and I'm just letting you have access to them.
Now, what are some of the notable shoots that you've done? I seen you were at some type of golfing event. Ja Rule was there. I think you tagged with Quan.
Bro, I don't even be trying
Big
to be
Sean
too...
picture. Like, I see you out there. Like, you putting in work. What are some of the major things or some of the most memorable shoots that you've done?
Yeah, bro. Nah. So there was definitely like the big three, and they were all this year, like 3 or 4 this year. So it started when I met my web designer. Shout out my boy, designer Quaza Q. That's my web design partner. I met him. He's older. That's like my OG. And he kind of like got me in with some celebrities and shit like that. So I shot the hip hop Grammy Museum in Prudential Center in Newark, Jersey.
Okay,
so that was like the first. Yeah, that was the first one. Newark's super dope. A lot of money out there for sure. Yeah. And then what's it called? Then there was, the celebrity golf outing. It was like a charity golf outing. So Cool from Cool and the Gang, they have a foundation. It's called the Cool Kids Foundation.
Legends.
Yeah, and basically it was like a charity event for kids to pay their tuitions for schools and shit. So I went there, and it was this huge like country club in Jersey, like a golf course, and so bougie. I got there so early. Lawrence Taylor was there, and I didn't even know. I was sitting next to him just like this. I just thought he was an old head, and people were just talking to him. But I didn't, because I don't even watch shit like that. I don't watch sports like that, bro. Okay. You feel me? So I didn't know. I know who he is. I didn't know what he looks like.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, man. So it was him. Then Chris Tucker pulled up, and I was like, oh shit! I never even had watched the movies at the time, bro.
You never watched No Rush Hours?
I had now, and he looks kind of weird in it now.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. You say you just turned 23. You are young, so I definitely understand.
Yeah. But and I kind of grew up with white family, so I'm still trying to get the culture low key. But yeah, man. So yeah, I hadn't seen the movies at the time, so that was like, you know, the celebrity golf fountain, it was cool. There was a lot of stars there. Ja Rule, he was cool. He recently performed in Bethlehem at Music Fest.
Yeah.
And at the time, it was a month or so before. And I was like, hey, you ever heard of Bethlehem? Like, I think you're performing there in the next couple months. He was like, I don't know. You could tell he kind of just pull up and just do whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he tried to play it off a little bit. Yeah.
But they were all cool, man. And then I also shot in the World Trade Center this year. So that was cool. 85th floor for this like crypto hedge fund. It was really dope. They paid well. It was cool. I met some really dope like legends from like Motown and shit. Oh my God. There was this one guy, let me tell you. So his name is McKinney Horton, right? Okay. So he's like an old school Motown Philly nigga, right? So he had real tight cornrows, like not fuzzy like my hair. That shit was clean. Yeah. You feel me? And he just had a clean shave, old guy, full suit, very clean. And then he had Jordan 11s on with it, right? And a room full of white dudes at this finance shit. They're all wearing suits from across the country for this conference, right?
He stood out.
Yeah, he stood out. So I was like, and it kind of, there was the one guy on the, you know, the head of the group or whatever, like the presenters that I was shooting for, the clients. And this guy, McKinley Horton, was mad close to him. So I was like, who the fuck are you? Like, who are you? I need to know you. And you're like the only other black guy in the room. Like, what's up? And I end up talking to him. He's crazy. He's mad cool. You know, he had his son by. He like has some cool stuff with like Michael Jackson and like some cool guys. I don't know. But he sends me these videos of him playing the piano in his like LA crib and shit. Like you can see the crib behind him. And he'll just talk to me and just send me videos on WhatsApp. Anyways, I digress. But there was a bunch of cool stuff. I also shot at the Apollo in Harlem. Which I hadn't known about until I literally pulled up. I didn't know this.
You didn't know about this? You gotta get a little bit cultured, bro. If
yeah,
anything, I can send you some shit, read up on some stuff, watch some videos. I got you.
Yeah, bro. But I literally just looked up and I got out of my Suburban and I got hired by the NAACP. They were just like, pull up. And then I got in the Suburban from the hotel. And then I was just, they're like, hey, it's Black Entrepreneurs Day presented by Chase. Damon John put it together, the shark, Fubu, right? So I end up shooting fucking Spike Lee, which is like my hero. Damon John, Tracy Ellis Ross, and Venus Williams, I'm sorry. And some other cool stars like Big Sean was there. It was cool. Like before he had his baby recently and shit. He was actually talking about it and stuff on stage. But yeah, man, I love all this shit. To be honest, the celebrities are just regular people. I've talked to different kinds of celebrities myself. They're just regular people.
They're humans. They just got a
different
kind of job.
And money sometimes. It might look like they have money. They don't always have money. So, like, you could just yell at these niggas or talk to them on stage or whatever. They'll talk back to you just regular as fuck.
No, I feel that most definitely. That sounds like some great experiences.
Yes, sir.
All right, so I know you're dating right now. Mm-hmm. And your girl, she's an entrepreneur herself. She has her own cosmetic company.
Yeah.
I see y'all doing y'all thing. Y'all look happy. I'm happy for y'all.
Hey, thank you, man.
Is there ever well, let me start here. There's always a talking point online, who's breadwinner, things like that. Both y'all being entrepreneurs. Is there ever like a struggle like, yo, I need you to make this to maintain what we got?
Yeah.
Or is it she's the breadwinner and you got to live up to certain expectations that she has? Or you know, how does it work?
I completely understand what you're saying. Thank you for all the kind words. Yeah, I just recently met shawty Ashley. She's super dope with lovely faces. She has an aesthetics business. She has like 4 or 5 girls under her at the salon. She has a storefront in Bethlehem right by Liberty and everything. She does courses. She's super dope. But yeah, to answer your question, bro, we both kind of make a certain amount, like a similar amount, so it's kind of like cool. Yeah. But there's definitely times where like I'm just putting up numbers and it's like, yo, like come on, like what are you doing? And then other times where she's putting up numbers crazy, like, oh, she has this thing before we go to bed. She'll be like, we're gonna make money while we sleep, and then she's just like, I'll bet you, like type shit. And then we wake up and she just sold a course for like bread, and I'm just like, damn, like I gotta catch up. But yeah, man, we both into it. We keep each other going. Sometimes, you know, I'll tell her and give her advice or buy something for her business, and then she'll do the same for me. So, you know, it's all about matching energy, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's not always about the money, but sometimes it's just about the thought. Like, if you don't have the bread, at least you can help me plan some shit out. Or, oh, if you don't have the bread for the date this time, just do it next time. Or if I come up with the idea this time and cook for you, maybe you could listen to what I'm saying and do some, you know. But yeah, it's all about matching energy. Yeah. Even without romantic relationships, you know, just brotherly love or familial love, friends, whatever. It's all about matching energy. Like, if you do some shit for me and I really see that and appreciate that shit, if I respect you and fuck with you, I'm gonna do the same. Like, you had me here today, and of course I'm gonna invite you on my own pod, and we'll focus more on you. And of course, you know, I'll give you, you know, I'll make sure.
We definitely want to set that up. We definitely want to make that shit happen. Most definitely.
Yeah, OD.
But that sounds beautiful. I need that in my life. I need a girl that probably does videography or some shit. She come through, help out with the network and things like that. I definitely need to find me one.
Yeah, OD, bro. It's kind of hard. Like, I definitely had some shorter relationships here and there. And then I was single for like 2 years, the past 2 years before I met her. And I was just grinding, bro. Like, I was just like, nah.
You wasn't even focused on dating.
Yeah, I wasn't even focused on that shit. Because to be honest, I was kind of scared. Like, I had some weird, you know, experiences, and I was kind of just like, focusing on myself, whatever. And then, yeah, man, getting my bread. And then she just came around when I wasn't even looking. Like, how I met her is I basically was just having, like, I just saw her, she had her 1 year anniversary for the salon. And I was like, oh, you know, just supporting another woman of color in the area. I see she's grinding. And I was like, yo, I'm just going to pull up. I didn't even know her. Like,
as you should.
Just in passing one time before that. I just showed up, you know, did some pictures. I surprised them with pictures, you know, to celebrate. I was just bored that day. I took an Uber over there. I was like, fuck it, yeah. And then I did the pictures. They came out great. And then we just kept in contact. It was cool.
Word. All right. Yeah, sounds just like the timing was right. The stars were aligned. Yeah. Y'all just came together.
Yeah, man.
All right. So, any future plans? What's in store for McKinney Media Co? What's in store for you personally? And where's the direction leading you?
Yeah, man. So for this year, right, my goal is to shoot photos and do business in 25 states. And then by 2024, like the end of in 2024, I want to do international business, because like I was just in New York and like I ran into this investment banker dude. He was like Middle Eastern looking dude, and he just had like this red Louis V scarf in New York, and then he had the like whatever red bottom shoes on or whatever.
He looked the part.
Yeah, and he had the accent and shit. He's telling me, oh yeah, I got properties in New York, I got properties in London, whatever. He was telling me about the culture and how it's different. I was out picking his brain. And it's just like, damn, bro, like not even knowing off the top of my head the conversion between USD to euros or whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like people do that every day. Like, oh, we just had a sale in, you know, Dubai. We were just in Dubai for a conference, and then we were just in New York, and then we were in UK, and then we went to Paris for, you know, the holidays, you know what I'm saying? Or Italy. Like, having that level of awareness, the level of being woke and informed is super dope, and just, you know, diving into the culture. But yeah, man, I really want to open up a space here in Lehigh Valley, and then kind of like start branching out to like Atlanta, Florida, Cali, what's it called? Chicago, Colorado, Texas. Houston's huge right now. But I want to drop a space. So like an art gallery, studio space, and like an art gallery, studio space, and coffee shop.
Okay.
All in one. Big space. Kind of like Pure Space a little bit in Philly, but that's super different. But, you know, it's just, Pure Space is so big, and it's like in the middle of the city. It doesn't make sense. Yeah. But yeah, man, that's definitely what I want to do. And I really want to just like, you know, change the culture of what you said, like the dog eats dog shit out here. There's so much bread, bro. It's nuts. And everyone can eat. Everyone's families could be as big as they want or as small, and everyone will be good. like I'm trying to really put that out there, you know.
Sounds good. The coffee shop idea sounds good.
Yeah, man.
I would definitely believe that you can make it happen. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Anybody you want to shout out? Anybody you want to show love to?
Yeah, man. All right, so let me just shout out my family real quick. Y'all know what it is. And then some of my close friends, my boy Johnny, Derek, you know what I'm saying? All my niggas that really helped me get up to this point. Shout out you for having me on the pod.
Most definitely.
My girl Ashley, she's doing great. And yeah, man, just all the fam and supporters for me. So much love, y'all. Thank you for having me on the pod.
Word. It's about time we had this happen. Appreciate you coming through.
Word, much love, man.
We definitely gonna have to do. We're definitely gonna connect, bro. I know you're doing your videography thing. You're gonna have to show me how to work some cameras.
Yeah, bro.
All that, I'm gonna definitely have to pull up. Where do you shoot now? Because you say you want to open up a studio.
I actually have a studio in Nazareth right now. I don't really put it out there crazy, but I do have a studio in Nazareth. So
those are where the clips are that you be posting.
Yeah. Okay. So I have a studio space in Nazareth. It's pretty big. And then it even has a second floor and everything. But it's like in an old warehouse building in Nazareth. It's kind of in bumfuck. But it does the job. I had to connect, so that's where my shit's at. And now I'm trying to bring it to a first floor, you walking off the street. Oh, we're in the spot. Like I told you, in the next, maybe this year, I will try.
Yeah, so looking forward to it.
But yeah, definitely thank you, bro. You be keeping us informed. Y'all don't get it. With the news and shit, yo, they really control what the fuck you see. Yeah, and a lot of the time it's really depressing to watch that shit and stay informed, which is really fucked up. And even my parents, they'll turn on, my parents and grandparents, they're white as shit, right? In the morning, they'll turn on the news to see whatever spoon fed to them that day. But honestly, this man right here, shout out, you're a hero of our time in this area, bro, for real.
I'm grateful. When it comes to media and journalism and things like that, there's just a lot of shit I feel like it's not good to consume all the time. You know what I mean? You got to stay informed. Of course, there's shit going on in the world that's not the happiest. But you got to know what's going on out there. You got to stay alert. But I also try to provide shit that's interesting to people. Mm-hmm. Shit that people like. Shit that people want to hear about. Stuff that I personally like. Shit that I want y'all to know about me.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm trying to just dabble in everything and get out as much information as I can while still putting out the pertinent information that people need to know that's going on.
Yeah, like for example, you won't know that someone down the block just got shot, or I think there's been some young dudes 14, some shit, I can't remember. They're getting shot and shooting people and getting caught up, and he puts out the statements about what the city's doing and their response to stuff that's going on, and it kind of just keeps everyone connected and keeps the powers that be accountable and in place. And I think that seriously, the people have more power than ever. They're continuing to grow. I think we first really started to see it pop off in 2020 with at home, it was TikTok. And then, around that time was the BLM marches and shit. I actually led one myself. And our unity is their downfall. Our connection is, it's great. So everyone just needs to come together and show love, bro. There's so much love and opportunity for everyone. So I just want to see everyone come together in Lehigh Valley and everywhere.
Once that happens, there'll definitely be change. But like I said, man, thankful once again.
Yeah,
of course. To do this again. I'm gonna have to connect with you. It's been another episode of Space Station Conversations, and we about to head on out of here. About to get on the ship and do our thing. All right, we out of here. Peace.